Thanks for joining today's Masterclass Marathon. It is Saturday. I am Coach Tamika James, and I'm here to share some information with you. Things that either you know you need to know or things you don't know that you need to know. So I'm excited about being here on a Saturday. Our segment today on Saturday is all about business, okay? And we are here also tomorrow on Sunday at 7 p.m. So if anyone is here and you are actually interested in being one of the speakers, I'd love for you to make sure you click the link in my bio and join us on tomorrow. And you can actually speak as soon as tomorrow, okay? There's a link in my bio and it says Masterclass Marathon Speaker, and that's how you actually join. There is no cost, so make sure that you click to join us. Hi, Garnett. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Tamika. How about yourself?
Awesome. I'm doing great too. It looks like your camera might need a little wipe off.
Hold on,
Yeah,
let me see.
might do a little something.
Right, there you go.
Yep. All right. So, welcome everyone. We are here, and Garnett, are you ready to start?
Of course, I'm always ready right away to give out the game, man. Definitely,
Yes, he
always ready.
is. Okay. All right, guys. So get your pens and paper out because you may want to take notes. You also might just want to watch this again after we close out because we do store these right here on my page, Tamika James, and you can come back and watch the replay, or you can go over to Entrepreneur Speak with Tamika James and watch the replays over there on the podcast, which is the YouTube channel. All right, Garnett has 13 minutes on the clock to give you a lesson today. All right, Garnett, you're
All
up.
right, guys. So, hi everyone. My name is Garnet Jerry. I'm a cryptocurrency and business coach. Right, I basically help entrepreneurs understand and invest in the cryptocurrency market simplistically through my coaching program and my courses. All right, guys. So, just to break it down, cryptocurrency is the new hot topic, and a lot of persons don't understand what it is and how do you go about it. But today, I'm just going to give you some practical ways of how you can make money within the cryptocurrency market. I'm going to break it down, give you a simplistic way how you can invest into this asset class, right? Given the market conditions, because I know a lot of persons think that, hey, it's a scam. They can't make any money because of the bear market, because of the market conditions, right? But I'm here to let you know that within this market, you still can make money no matter what, right? And I'm just gonna go straight to the money because I know that's why we're here, right? We want to uplift ourselves, we want to make this money, we want to basically, change the trajectory of our lives, right? So I'm not gonna give you the gear, I'm not gonna fluff it, I'm not gonna put a sugar coat over it. I'm just gonna give it to you raw, right? So you know how to apply yourself within this cryptocurrency market, right? But I'll tell everyone this: the first thing you have to do, right? You have to get the right information from the right person, right? Because not everyone out here is gonna give you the right information. You can go on YouTube, right, and watch all these different YouTube videos, but at the end of the day, still you need that accountability, right? Don't go on these platforms and just watch watch what other persons are just doing, right? And go ahead and try to implement it yourselves. There's nuances to it. There's some back end stuff that you need to know, right? There's mistakes that you can make based on your jurisdictions, right? So where you're living, again, you can everything is not applicable to you. So before you can get into the market the right way to make this money, there's some stuff that you need to know. And that's why I always say this, guys: get a coach, get a mentor to basically help you out, right? I know we're here, right? We're not selling you in a particular way, saying, hey, we have to I have to basically, you have to come to me personally, right, to get this information. I'm here to give you the game. What I'm just saying to you, right? Just get a coach, get a mentor, get some guidance. Don't do it by yourself, because within this market there's a scary stuff going on, but there's a whole lot of beauty going on. So once you bypass the scary stuff that other persons are telling you about, right, you can get into the beautiful part of cryptocurrency, right? You can see the different innovation, you can see what the rich persons are doing in this market, right? And why you should be a part of it, and why should you get a piece of this industry. So one of the first concepts, right, to make cryptocurrency money, right, or make money within the cryptocurrency, is basically utilizing debit or credit cards. So let me break this down to you guys. So cognizant of the fact that the market conditions are bad, right? There's crypto credit cards and debit cards out there that you can use. So how do you go about it, right? So for example, let me give you one of the platforms that you can utilize. You can utilize like ShakePay or crypto.com. So how do you go about this, right? What you normally do, right? You will send some money over to the platform, right? You can start with a bare minimum, say $20, $30, right? and your day-to-day expenses, right? You're going to get a credit card or debit card from these platforms, right, that are prepaid, right? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna basically load it or put the money on the credit or debit card, right? Your day-to-day purchases that are your expenses, right? You're going to use these credit cards or debit cards to make purchases, right? Because regardless, you're gonna spend that money. So, for example, you're in the trucking industry, right? Fuel, right? That's a major expense for every single trucker out there, right? What if you could basically put the money that you're gonna spend regardless, right, on a fuel, right, on a crypto debit or credit card, right? And then you make that purchase for the gas and you get rewards back in cryptocurrency, right? The rewards you can get differentiates based on the platform that you're using. But specifically, let me tell you this. You have like ShakePay where they give you Bitcoin rewards back, right? So every purchase you make, you get back a reward in Bitcoin. So you're basically utilizing your money that you would spend regardlessly, right? And getting back rewards in Bitcoin at this current market rate, right? Which is at the bottom, right? So when that market or the Bitcoin market goes up again, right? That money also is going to double or triple based on the market conditions. So that's another way how you can make money with cryptocurrency, cognizant of the fact that the market is down. Just utilize it for your expenses, right? We pay for groceries, we pay for gas, we pay for so many different expenses, right? And even Coach Tamika was here. I demonstrated to her live and direct with regards to the cryptocurrency. I was paying a bill online, right? So what I utilized my cryptocurrency debit or credit card, right? I was paying for um, services valued at $968, right? So I utilized my cryptocurrency debit or credit card to pay for that transactions, right? The platform rewarded me not a percentage this time because they give you incentives, right, to keep you on the platform, right? But they gave me the entire $900 back. So think about that, guys. Regardless, I would have to pay that $900 for the service, right? But there was no way I was gonna get back any money, right? Because if I use my regular credit or debit card, I would pay that money out. But there's no reward coming back to me. Even if you use cash back, how many dollars are they gonna really give to you, right? And we see what the market is with regards to the dollar, right? The dollar is going down, inflation, everything is getting expensive. So just to streamline and tell you what happened to me there, right? I was really pleased because I spent 900 and I got back the entire 900 in crypto, right? Because the value was in Bitcoin at 900. And then right now, as you see, the market is going up. That 900 bucks turned $1,200, right? So it compounded again. So that's on one way how you can make money within this market using crypto credit cards or debit cards, right? So, you can go ahead and implement this, right? Some of the examples again, you have ShakePay, you have Crypto.com, they have Bybit. There's a whole lot of different cryptocurrency debit or credit cards out there, right? You can do your own research on them, right? But specifically, I'm telling the one that I use right now, ShakePay and Crypto.com. Those are the ones that I'm using right now, right? But there's a whole lot more. I'm even adding to my portfolio, right? But there's so much that I can utilize, right, under these different platforms because I'm already utilizing one. So that's one way you can make money within this cryptocurrency market safely because you're just using your own money. You're not investing. You're not sending your money to nobody, right? You're using the regular money that you would spend on your expenses, groceries, whatever, and you're making that money back. So that's the first way, right? Another way, right, is just identifying which cryptocurrency out there, right, is moving up. So what do I mean by this, right? So I'm going to give you a secret hack, guys. The cryptocurrency market is 24/7. The stock market, it's 5 days a week, right? From 9 to 5, right? Within the cryptocurrency space, it's 24/7. So I'm going to give you a hack right now. Later in the week, for example, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? The market goes up, right? The market goes up on these days, right? However, on Monday, Tuesday, right? Wednesday, the market goes down. So here's a strategy for you. If you're going to be looking at a particular cryptocurrency to invest in and make some money from, right, you can basically utilize these days. Monday is the best day, right? Because you can see this coming Monday where right now, if you look at the market is green, meaning that there's money in the market. People are making money. But on Monday, the market is going to go down. When the market goes down, that's the time you buy. You can implement or start off with, not financial advice, say $100 into, for example, Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? Just follow what I'm saying. Monday, right? Give it some time. By the end of the week, by Friday, your money is going to go up, because this is what I'm watching, and it's been working for me, right? So what I normally do, right, on a day-to-day basis, I buy on Mondays, right, and then Fridays and Saturdays I sell, right, because I'm in profit then, right? So that's a strategy you can use. You can observe it for yourself. You can take some time to see if what I'm saying makes sense, where you observe the market. Like, you just look at the charts, right? It's not hard to look at the charts. You just go on Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrencies out there on a Monday. You see the market is going to go down, right? And then on the Friday, right, you see it goes up. So that's how you would make profits right then and there. So that's what I'm doing right now, right? And we can also implement a loan strategy if you're still fearful about the market, right? Because with a loan strategy, what you're going to do, you're going to invest into an asset, borrow against it, so you can pull equity out, right? So you're still safely invested in the market. However, you still have your money in your pocket. So that's another strategy you can use. So you can combine the hodling process, the loan process, right? So I'm giving you 3 strategies in one. But just observe this, guys, right? Utilize the credit cards or debit cards. Secondly, just watch the market on each day, right? It's 24/7. On Mondays, that's the day you buy because everything is going down, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, watch it. And on Friday, Saturday, that's when you sell. So that's how you can make profit. So cognizant of the fact that the market is market conditions are bad, that's how I'm making money right now. So that's what I'm doing, guys, right? Because I'm here not giving any fluff. That's what I'm doing. I'm using my crypto credit card or debit cards. So all my monthly expenses, right? My monthly expenses, guys, say it's around 5,000, right? I put all that money on my crypto debit card and I spend my money, and I'm getting all of that back, right? So I'm like, well, my money is making money for me, and I just have it there in Bitcoin. So when it rises on Friday now, that's the day I sell, right? So even today, right, I just sold off some. I just sold off half of the amount from my rewards, right? And then what I'm going to do on Monday? On Monday, I'm going to get back some money, and I'm going to buy into it. So that's a strategy that I'm utilizing, and you can utilize this too. It's not hard. It's very, very simple. It's 3 processes, right? You're gonna sign up on the platform, right? You're gonna put some money on the platform, right, and add it to the credit or debit card, and then you're gonna make a purchase. Because guess what? Regardless, guys, you're going to make the purchase because you have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to pay your expenses. So why not let your money that you're putting out there as an expense make that money from you? And as a business owner, again, regardless, you're going to be writing off those expenses. So that's another benefit again, right? So you're utilizing these debit or credit cards, paying for all these stuff. You collect your receipts, right? You're getting all that rewards back in Bitcoin and making money, and you're using those receipts, right, as a tax write-off again. So you're still low in your tax threshold. So you see, you can always make money within this cryptocurrency market. It's just that you have to have the right information. You have to have a strategy, right? I'm going to give you one more way how you can make money within the cryptocurrency market, cognizant of the fact that the market conditions are bad, right? And it's something called airdrops. Airdrops are when there's like free cryptocurrencies being released. On cryptocurrency exchanges, it's normally the feature that's called Launchpad, right? Where some persons, right, within this cryptocurrency space, they're releasing new projects. So when the projects are released, right, they give you airdrops, which are like free cryptocurrency. It is like free money, right? When it's released, you can sell it off. So that's another way you can make money.
All right, and that was time. Thank you so much, Garnett. Oh man, for giving us such great information about crypto. So welcome to Masterclass Marathon. If you're here, we are here on Saturdays and Sundays, and Garnett just gave us an amazing lesson. So Garnett, will you please tell us how we can connect with you, like, and what do you actually have to offer? I'm going to give you 2 minutes on the clock after you gave us such great information just now and strategies.
Definitely. All right. Thank you so much, Coach Amika. Right. So just to let everyone know and reiterate the fact that, hey, guys, it's not hard. It's very, very simple. You just have to get someone to guide you through the process, right? How you can get in contact with me, right? I'm on Instagram, Facebook, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Twitter as Garnet JR or Garnet Junior Chambers, right? you can search for me in that manner, right? What do I have to offer, right? If you click the link in my Instagram bio right now, right, you're gonna see the crypto course, right? If you want to learn about cryptocurrency in a more steady manner, right, in a more digestible manner, right, this crypto course is there for you to purchase, and you can learn about cryptocurrency. It's gonna guide you from baby steps to the intermediary. We're not gonna talk about any complex stuff as yet, right? So it's www.decryptocourse.com, decryptocourse.com, right? So you can get into that program, right? Also, I offer coaching services, right? If you want that one-on-one, if you don't want to just watch the course and learn by yourself, right? You can book a call with me, right? And we can go, right? I can guide your hand, take you through the baby steps, right? Give you the right information, show you these strategies that I'm telling you about that you can do by yourself on a day-to-day basis. No complexity. It's very, very simple, right? You can hit me up on that manner, DM me, right? And then we can start the process, book a call with me, and then we can go through that process also, right? So that's another way how you can benefit from these programs, right? Also, I have my YouTube channel, right? Small Boy Big Profits. You can go on it also and get the information, right? Because I give out a whole bunch of content. Even if you go on my Instagram page, there's a whole bunch of content there that you can learn from, right? Until you feel like, okay, you know what? Yes, I'm ready to make this step. I'm ready to get into this cryptocurrency space, right? Then you can hit me up, right? Or just DM me, and then we can start the journey from there, right? So I have the course, I have the free information out there that you can utilize, right? And I also have the coaching program. And as a special promotion, guys, right? If you wanna reach out to me, right, we can do a free one-on-one Q&A session live on Instagram, right? No one is doing that, right? You can pick my brain live on Instagram. Just reach out to me, right? And then we can have a conversation live on Instagram, free of cost, no charge. After Instagram or offline, then that's a different story, but that's an option for you guys just to get this information. All right. So thank you so much, Coach Shamika, for allowing me to, educate the persons about cryptocurrency and let them know that, hey, cognizant of the market, there's still money out here. There's still bags to be made.
Absolutely. So thank you so much. All right. So I'm up next. I am Coach Tamika James. I am a cosmetologist turned into a life and business coach. And I love, love, love what I do. I love who I help. And I love to make it easy. I love to take the overwhelm away from you. I help you with strategies in regards to planning, strategizing, and organizing for your life and for your business because they're both connected. So today I want to talk about, my topic is you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You know what? It's crazy that I am on strategy calls. I am on what we call discovery calls. Those are the calls where you book a call with me and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do next and how you're going to get it done and what exactly actually going to happen in your near future for you and your business. And every time I talk to another person, another entrepreneur, I find out more and more about you guys. You do want things done, but what you feel like is, I don't have enough time. I don't know how to do it. And then even when you actually learn, you still don't want to do it. So one of my things that I like to talk about a lot is that I love for you to be empowered to do the things that you need to do first and foremost. So if you need to post on your social media, if you need to do certain back end administrative tasks for your business, you should know how they actually run so that just in case of an emergency, you can actually get things done on your own. One of the things I talk about a lot is helping a lot of you to build out your coaching programs or your courses, all the same thing, depending on whether you're in there live with your people or not. Some of you are willing to do this and some of you are not. So I do actually build them out for some people. Now, I don't talk about that a lot because it's not my main thing, but yes, I will build it for you if you desire to not do it. Now, on another level, what I really want to talk to you today about is your social media is super important to your business. Your business has to have visibility on a consistent basis. Now, some of you are posting today and then you skip several days and then you come back in and you're wondering why people are not connecting to you, why they're not talking to you, why they're not buying your services or your products or whatever it is you have to offer, because the trust keeps going up and down because they see you today. It's kind of like you're here today and gone tomorrow, and then you pop back up. So one of the things that has to happen is you have to get serious about the fact that your social media is literally like your business card. When you encounter a person to nowadays, they ask you for your social media. They could ask you for your business card. They could ask you for your website, but they don't do that anymore. Do you guys know? Are you guys experiencing this? If so, please put a 1 in the chat. If you meet a new person and they say to you, can I have your IG? Is this true? Do they ask for your IG, or do they ask for your business card or website? So you guys know that they're asking for your IG. So you have to make sure that it's up to par and that it really speaks to who you are and what it is that you actually have to offer. So you have to have a strategic plan for your social media. Now, I've told you guys in the past about some of the things that I do, and I don't talk about everything all the time. But I have different programs and memberships that I run to help you guys to do these things on your own. But today's topic is you don't want to do it. So if you don't want to do it, you have to find a way to get someone else to actually get this done for you. So what I want to tell you today is that you're going to have to know what your business is about so that you can get someone else to help you. Then you have to know what is it that you want the public to know about your business. Do you want the public to understand like what services you offer? Do you want the public to understand whether your business is about doing things fast, whether it's about giving quality, or what is it that you actually offer? So you have to decide what you want your social media to actually say. Another thing on your social media that's super important is definitely for you to show up so that people get to meet you at some point in time. I want you to know, even if you get someone else to run your social media, I still want you to pop in and be live like we are right now so people get to learn about your personality. They get to ask you questions live. I heard Garnett saying earlier that he does these live sessions where you get to ask him questions and get information about what he is great at. So you can do the same thing to make sure that people know that you know what you're talking about. I remember a lady telling me that she actually signed on to one of my programs later on down the line because I was on a live and I answered her question that she had about something for her business. I answered her live. So she knew what kind of personality I had. She knew what kind of information I had, and she wanted to stay connected. So I want to let you know what live is all about. But what I want to really move into, besides all of the live stuff, is filling up your feed with information on a consistent basis when you don't want to do it. So as I was saying, you need to know what your business is about so that you can relay that info to someone else so that they can now actually begin to create content for you. If you don't want to do it, guess what? You don't really have to. I'm not going to pull your leg, force you to do anything. I do want you to know that it can get done. So how does it actually get done? So once they know what you're all about and you actually take images that you want to put on your social media, you gather them and you put them in one space and you prepare them for your social media manager. Now, this is not hard to do, which some people are saying, well, how do I get this info to them? No, you're not necessarily going to like text them every single second. You're going to gather the photos and videos that you would like them to use to create content for you. And you turn this over to someone else who has the knowledge and experience to create great content for you. So as you guys see sometimes where you see there's a video, there's a snippet, and then there are words on the screen, or you'll see things like the person's logo is on the screen. You'll see what the actual video is about by having a title. There are words that pop up on the screen, whether it's what you're saying or it's words that you want people to identify with the message about. These are things that your social media manager will do for you. So if you don't want to take the time to do these things and you're watching other people, you can literally get yourself a social media manager. Now, before we continue talking about the manager, because I'm going to let you guys know a little bit later about something you can attend in like 30 minutes to get even more information. But I want to shift gears right now and talk about another way to get help is to get a personal VA. That's a virtual assistant. Your virtual assistant is the person who will do the things that you want them to do. Now, that is not about social media. Now, I'm speaking about this because I actually have a VA that does certain tasks for me. So I can share with you specifically when I run my programs throughout the week. I keep telling you guys I have different programs for different reasons, right? So when I'm in one program and when we finish out, that session has been recorded. So what my VA does is they go in and they grab the link to the recording and they make sure the link is attached inside of that particular program so that the members of that program are able to go back and watch what we were discussing, so that in case they got distracted, they missed something, or they just want to hear what they said over again, it is now sitting inside of that program. Now, that piece of information I gave you should be good for you guys if you're creating your own programs and courses as well, because I think a lot of you don't really know what people are putting in their courses. Some of you think that it's just a course and it sits there and nothing else ever happens to it. The ones that I run that I'm in live, I put the live recordings in there. Now, anyway, I'm going to get back to what I was saying about the VA. The VA could do this task that continuously happens every single week. Why did I share that task with you? Because I run these programs consistently. So why would I need to actually, me as Coach Tamika, stop and do this task when it's something that happens on a consistent basis? So when you don't want to do it, you get a VA and you give them the tasks that happen every single week, all the time. You turn it over to them for them to do the work for you. So you get more freedom to do something else with your business. Now, I'm sharing this because if you want to scale your business, and scale does mean that you get to make more money, you get to get more people, you have to find ways that things are going to get done without it being done by your hands. So your VA could do other things for you. They could grab different they could like one of my VA actually goes in and grabs some of the lives that I do and pulls them down and prepares them for me to cut them down. So your VA could do that, or you can also have your social media manager to do these things for you to cut this live up. Now my VA will bring the live down and I can turn the live over to the social media manager. Now, I told you about the VA and the social media manager because I want you to understand. You could get your social media manager to do your social media, and that's what they do. You could get your VA to do your social media as well. But these are two different jobs, and you can get one person to do it completely, so that if you get the manager to do it, that's all they touch. If you get your VA to do tasks, they're doing other things for you, okay? My VA also does correspondence for me, okay? So my social media manager is a person that's posting for me. My VA will communicate with my clients, will send messages to them. They will send different things that I need them to get, all sorts of correspondence. I'm sharing these things because you want to grow your business, but you're saying that you don't have time. Well, you need to make enough money to pay someone to do other things for you, okay? So I hope this has been something that has pushed you to see how you can actually grow your business by hiring other people to do things for you. Because if you want to grow, what usually happens in your business is you have to be able to think. You have to have time to sit and focus on what else is going to happen in your business. All right. So today I do want to share with you that I don't tell you guys about this a lot, but I am ready to share with the world that I actually have a social media management agency. Okay. I have a digital agency that will do these things for you. All right. So we are doing a webinar today at 1:00. And if you want way more information than what little bit that I just shared, I want you to join me and my agency on the webinar at 1 p.m. How do you get into the webinar? There's a link in my bio that lets you into the free webinar. You actually also, while you're signing up for the webinar, get to click and tell us what you'd like to know when you come to the class. So today at 1:00 Eastern Standard Time, there will be a webinar for social media management. And I'm going to be sharing with you what you need to know about your social media, so you'll get tips on doing it yourself, because you need to know how it should be run. And then I'm going to give you tips on, even more than what I gave you, on how you connect to a social media manager and what it is that they can do for you and how you get them to do it seamlessly. The reason why you guys haven't hired anyone is because you don't understand the process. You also don't know how much it costs. So you're concerned about, do I have the money? Can I get it done? And how does it get done? Well, earlier I was sharing with you that you do need to gather your information for your social media manager so that life is easy. And once again, how do you do that? And I'll share this real quick tip. You do need to make folders for the things that you'll share with them. So what you will do is sit down and spend about 15 minutes, and you'll click and gather all of the videos and or pictures that you want them to create content with, and you put them in a folder. And when we get on the webinar today, I'm going to give you the various locations that you should put your photos in to connect with the social media manager. You're not going to text them once again. You're not going to text them one picture at a time. You're going to prepare this stuff and you're going to put it in, and that's what they're going to work on for the week. So everything is out of your hands. So guys, if you don't want to do this and you want to know how do I actually really get things done, it's because I'm not doing everything. I'm not doing it all, guys. I just want you to know that. Okay. All right. So I'm super excited about what we have going on today. So we're bringing up another speaker to share some information. Will there be a replay? You have to sign up, Tyra, for the webinar to be able to get the replay. So what I'm going to do is I will send the replay to those who signed up. Now, let me share something real quick because I really actually do have a little more time that I can speak. I use a lot of automations. I want you guys to know this. I use automation. So on the back end, if someone signs up, you did? Okay. So if someone signs up for a webinar, I can tag you, or my VA actually does this stuff, will tag you as a person who signed up for the webinar. And then we can say everyone who signed up for the webinar, they go into this sequence to get information after the webinar is over, which is, hey, you missed the webinar, or hey, did you enjoy the webinar? Here's the replay. So we automatically put you in there to be able to get the replay. So we don't have to click buttons and do these things. This is the stuff that I'm talking about that some of you don't know that happens behind the scenes. But until you actually sign on and get a VA to do these things, until you go ahead and get your social media manager who's running things for you so you can actually focus on other parts of your business, these things are not running on the back end. So that is it. Sign up for the webinar in 30 minutes from now. And we're going to invite Christina to come on up and give us some beautiful gems. All right, Christina, you know what to do. You have the mic. I'll give you your time on the clock.
Yay, thank you. You can hear me, right, Tamika? All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. I am so happy to be here on the Masterclass Marathon. It's always a pleasure for you to invite me as a guest speaker. So today I'm just going to dive in and talk about generational wealth creation because that is what everyone is aiming for. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Christina Yvette. I am a passive income strategist, and I help people create multiple streams of income so that they can retire at a young age. So I was able to retire from my nursing career at 31 years old only because I was intentional about doing that. I told myself since I was working 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, that this was hard labor and I didn't want to be away from my children. I have 3 children and I was spending more time at the hospital than home, with them, raising them. So I had that goal that I was only going to be in my career for 10 years, and I actually ended up retiring from my career in 8 years. And the way I was able to do that was having the right tools in place. So some of the tools that I want to talk to you about are, one of them is a trust. I became a trustee in 2015. So I started my career in 2013. And I was saving up my paychecks, and I end up having enough money to purchase my first real estate investment property. Okay. And with that property, because I had a mentor, I was able to put it into a trust. Okay. And this trust allowed me to protect this asset because since I was new to real estate investing and I was hiring contractors and subcontractors, I needed to be able to put myself into the position where nobody would be able to sue me and take the asset away from me. So what I did was I put it inside of a trust just in case someone had a slip and fall or injury or any type of accident, that they wouldn't be able to come after me. So I would have, I would have limited liability. They wouldn't know that I was the owner of this property, right? Because your ownership is concealed, right? Because they only see the name of the trust. They don't know who the owner is. They don't know who the trustee is. So you can put yourself in that type of position to where you are protecting your assets from liens, right? From foreclosures, from bankruptcies, from anyone who's trying to sue you, as well as heavy taxations. Because one thing with a trust, and a lot of people don't know what a trust entity is, it's just a contract. So it's just like your business, right? Your business is a contract. You have your articles of incorporation, right? So the trust is the same thing. You have your trust indenture, which is your agreement. Okay. So it's a living, breathing entity just like you, and it can do anything and everything that you can do. Okay. If you can go out and buy a house or a car, the trust can go out and buy a house and a car. It can get student loans. It can write a book. It can do whatever, whatever you think you can do as a person, a trust can do as well. So think about that, because you don't have to be out here in the public where everyone knows what you're doing, or where you're putting your social security, in all these places, which are actually, not providing ultimate privacy for you, right? Because everyone knows, hey, you're shopping here because we see that you're, social, because you entered your social security, right? So you want to be in that position. So now let's just talk about taxation really quickly, right? So you have several different types of trust. You have living trust, you have revocable trust, you have charitable trust. There's just so many types of trust, right? So normally a trust will get taxed at 37%, which is high, right? But there's a special type of trust, which is the trust that I operate with, and it's in the IRC code. It is a 508c1a trust, which is a faith-based organization trust. Okay. This trust is 100% tax exempt. It is equivalent to a 501c3. Okay. But the only difference is that there's no restrictions like there is with a 501c3. And there's you don't have to apply for it. So with a 501c3, you have to go through an application process, and there's there's a time period that you have to wait, typically about 2 years. So you don't have to go through any of that. It's just automatic, because one, you're using a trust entity, and a 508c1a is for trust entities. Okay. But they're also for faith-based organizations. So you have different things like a church, right? It could fall under this category. A convention could fall under this category. Any type of religious affiliations can fall under this category, and faith-based organization, right? So a lot of people think faith means like religion, and it doesn't, right? It doesn't have to be religious. It could be, you could have faith in anything. So you could have faith in mankind, right? And so your organization is just you having faith in mankind, and you delivering whatever it is, right? So like me, I deliver financial literacy, right? So I have faith in mankind that they are going to receive, financial education, right? So that is just an example of how you can structure a faith-based organization. So now, like I said, with this entity, since it's already built in as tax exempt through the IRC, you do not have to do any type of reporting. Okay. So you do not have to, go to your accountant every single year and report any of your income or anything like that. Okay. So this is one of the tax loops that the wealthy use. And when I say wealthy, I mean like the Warren Buffetts of the world, right? Like the Trumps of the world. So you want to put yourself in that position to where you are building wealth, utilizing this type of entity, where you are, avoiding heavy taxation, because it's super important. one thing that I was educating people on the other day, I was actually surprised, right? I was watching something with my son. He's a basketball player, and he was watching something about Steph Curry. So Steph Curry had a contract for $250 million. Guess how much money he paid to the IRS because he's operating as a person, right? Instead of as an entity. He paid $142 million. So this is what I mean by the importance of avoiding heavy taxation, right? You want to be able to legally reduce your tax liability from, if it's 50%, if it's 30%, 25, 10, whatever, down to zero. Legally, though, you have to do things right. Okay, so that means that you have to structure this entity, and then you have to operate this entity, because some people, they'll go ahead and execute a trust and not use it. They'll let it just sit there and collect dust, right? So you want to be able to operate this entity and use it to the best of its ability. Okay, so now with Steph Curry, right, he paid $142 million to the IRS. That $142 million is now $142 million less left in his legacy, left for his children, right? So if he was utilizing this type of entity, then he would not have to pay that much money to the IRS. So knowledge is power, and you being able to take this knowledge and apply it and leverage these type of tools in order for you to build wealth, and build wealth like the 1%, is vitally important. Okay, so so another thing when it comes to this trust, right, like I told you, it's just a contract, right? So you are operating in the private, right? You're not operating in the public, because you are not going to allow anyone to see your trust. Once your paperwork is already set in stone and it's been notarized and it's legalized, you're not going to show your trust entity to anyone, right? If your neighbor wants to see it, if your if your family friend wants to see it, no, it's a no, right? Because it's a private document. Okay. So another thing is that you don't have to, when you're operating your business, you don't even have to get it registered with the state. You can if you want to, and that is optional. And then that's going to be changing you from being in the private sector to the public sector, because now people are going to be able to look you up on the public records, which is totally okay, right? That's what we do with our LLCs and our S Corps and our C Corps, which is okay. So if that's what you are used to and that's what you want to do, you can register your business trust entity if you want to. But if you don't want to, let's say that you have an online business like myself, right? And you don't want to, want anyone to know, hey, I'm conducting, business. Your business is private, then you don't have to register it, right? You are operating, let's just say you have like an online store, if you sell digital products or anything like that, right? You have a business trust. All you have to do is get an EIN from the IRS, and then you're able to open up your business trust bank account, and you're able to operate and do everything with your business as you would any other entity. Okay. It's equivalent to if you were operating an LLC or an S corporation. Okay. But you legally do not have to register it with the state. If you want to, you can, because like I said, this is a tax exempt entity. So if you want to have to exempt your state taxes, then you would have to register it. You would register it under a nonprofit organization, and then you would apply for that tax exempt status in your state. That's optional. Okay, that's if you want to do that, which some of my clients do decide that that's what they want to do. Okay, so now back to the trust entity. Like I said, it's a 3-party contract. So who are the parties involved? You have a grantor. A grantor is the settlor, which is the person who actually created the trust. Okay. You have a trustee. The trustee is the person or party that actually controls the trust, right? So they're the ones who are able to do all the buying and the selling when it comes to the trust funds, right? When it comes to controlling the assets within the trust. Okay. Another party is the beneficiaries. The beneficiaries are going to be your children. Those are going to be the individuals that are going to benefit from the trust, okay, from all of the assets within the trust. And you can decide what the length of time that you want this trust to be, you know, active. So you can choose 25 years, 50, or 100. So if you're doing a business trust, I would recommend 25 years. If you're doing a private family trust and you want it to go on for generations and generations, I would recommend 100 years. And once that 100 years is up, you have the trustee renew it. Okay, I know this sounds like a lot of information. Woof. So, so anyways, let's just talk about the importance of trust, right? You want to be able to avoid, like I said, you want to be able to avoid foreclosures, right? You don't want these mortgage companies having the power to take back your home. So if you decide one day that you can't make your mortgage payments, then just know and believe that as long as that property is in a trust and not in your personal name, then they are not able to take that property from you. Okay, so that is all my time for today. I was super excited to educate you guys on trust entities and the importance of building wealth with the trust and protecting your assets with the trust, right? You guys need to be leaving a legacy, and you need to transfer your wealth the right way. Do not let your estate go into probate. So my name is Christina Yvette. You can hit on that arrow up on the top and you can follow me for more information just like this. I do have a webinar tomorrow at 8 p.m. On Zoom. So if you are interested, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio to sign up for that webinar. Thank you so much, Tamika, for my time. I appreciate being here.
All right, awesome. All right, so listen, you know, when the timer goes off, it's always crazy because it's like, wow, we're getting such great information. Well, we designed this so that you'll get a little bit of what you need, and then you will decide on who you want to stay connected to. So Garnett was here sharing information about the crypto world and what you need to know about that. I shared information today about getting your social media management handled for you. And Christina came in and she spoke about some financial stuff in regards to a trust. So you got a little bit of a lot of things that you may need that, and we say you're here. You might get things you know you need, and sometimes you get things you didn't know that you needed. So I saw some of the comments on the screen. We're happy to always share pieces of info that help you to get to the next level in your life and in your business. So we are gonna get ready to close out. I am actually preparing for the webinar that's happening at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to close out immediately so that I can get fully prepared. So I'm glad that you all joined us today. Please join Christina at her webinar tomorrow. Join me at my webinar by clicking the link in my bio at 1 o'clock, which is in 9 minutes today. And Garnett, he has something going on too. So make sure you follow him and DM him and ask him what does he have going on so you can get more info. And I'm closing out, guys, because I gotta go. I gotta make sure that I go in. All right. So if you do want to be a speaker here, all you have to do is click the link in my bio and ask to be a speaker on the Masterclass Marathon, and you can fill out the quick application and you can too speak here as well. All right. Thank you guys for speaking today and sharing this great info. And we're closing out immediately because if I stay another minute, I'm going to put myself in trouble. I got to open up this webinar. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Coach Ramika.
Okay. Bye, guys. And what webinar am I hosting? How to get social media management. What is it? What do you need to know about it? That's what's happening at 1 o'clock. You guys don't want to do it, so you might as well come to the webinar and learn how to do your social, get someone else to do your social media for you. Okay. All right. Bye. See you soon.
Bye.